A woman is searching through her phone while driving, not noticing the man standing not far ahead. Just as she was about to get out to check, the man stood up and ran toward the nearby rice field. Louise, worried, followed him. The man said nothing. Louise saw blood dripping from his head. She told him not to run, she would be back soon. Louise's home was nearby. She went into the house to get a first aid kit. Just as she was about to head back, she noticed the man had followed her. He was staring blankly at the fruit trees in front of him.
Fait doux. Qu'est-ce que dit la météo pour demain?
Je sais. J'en sais rien.
Louise didn't know how to respond, seeing him like this. She thought maybe she had knocked some sense out of him, because it was getting late, and it started to rain heavily. Louise decided to let him stay the night. Taking in a mentally unstable person definitely added a safety risk to her home. Louise reluctantly went back to her room, but what she didn't know was, the man she took in was a one-of-a-kind computer genius. She couldn't have imagined how much his presence would change the life of this single-parent family with 2 kids. The next day, Louise's daughter woke up to find everything neatly arranged in the house. Without thinking, she knew it was Pi's doing. After breakfast, Louise took Pi to the bus station near the town. After bidding him farewell, Louise entered the nearby bank. But before long...
Qu'est-ce que vous faites là? Non, vous pouvez pas rester là. Oh!
Je suis bien là.
Oui, ben moi j'ai un rendez-vous très important.
Pi took out his laptop. Louise didn't pay him any more attention. After her husband passed away early, to cover her children's education and living expenses, she had taken out a loan from the bank to buy an orchard, but the business hadn't been doing well. Now she faced the difficult decision of selling her house to pay off the debt, and the bank manager had only given her 2 months to decide. Pi was no longer in the hall. Louise was about to leave when she saw him sitting alone by the fountain, lost in thought. She decided to take him back to the bookstore. The bookstore owner treated Louise to coffee as thanks. During their conversation, he mentioned Pi's background. Louise sensed that the owner was trying to matchmake them. She immediately stood up and said goodbye. As a single mother about to go bankrupt, a beautiful love wasn't something she could imagine. She thought their connection would end there. But then came that night with temperatures dropping to -3 degrees Celsius. Louise was woken up from her sleep by noise. She found Pi in the orchard. Pi said he needed to keep the fruit trees warm. It turned out the temperature would drop to -3 degrees Celsius that night, and all the fruits would spoil from the cold. Louise, still unsure, told the kids to get to work. After hours of setting up fire pots, the next day it had worked. Frost had formed around the fire pots. Pi's actions and warnings had saved Louise. When the family learned that Pi wanted to stay with them, having just been helped by him, Louise couldn't refuse. They went together to the market to sell jam. Thanks to his wide reading and photographic memory, he could always accurately list the benefits of each type of jam. Louise was astonished. With Pi's help, her workload was significantly reduced. Everything should have gone smoothly, until Louise had to choose between the orchard and her house. This man's appearance disrupted everything. He was the biggest farm owner in the area, and he had secretly been in love with Louise for a long time. He promised to pay off her debts, but in return he wanted Louise to marry him. Louise, having spent some time with Pi, was aware of his feelings for her. That kind of selfless devotion would move any woman, but she was a single mother on the brink of bankruptcy, and for the sake of her children's future, she had to make a choice.